Okay, so web technologies and its applications, this subject is in the syllabus from past many years now. This is not a newly added subject. Okay, it is there since many days, but over a period of time with the 6 scheme, all the way from 2006, then it came the 10 scheme, then 14 scheme, then 15, 17, and now 18 scheme. Okay, every time this subject, I'll tell you, there has been a lot of changes in the subject. They have added a lot of things and they've removed a lot of things. But let me tell you, this subject is my favorite subject, not because this is easy to teach or it is a good technology or something like that, but it is important and it is my favorite because this subject plays an extremely important role in your careers. The subject actually plays an extremely important role in your careers. I have seen in the past 2 3 years, or maybe you can say 4 years, people, all the students of our college, whoever has passed engineering and they've gone to Bangalore to do their jobs and all that, when they come back or when sometimes they call me, I ask them, I have a habit of asking them, okay, first I ask them which company they work for, and then I ask them the next thing is that which technology you're working on right now, okay. And most of them, whoever has gone to Bangalore in the past 3 4 years now, they have all told me that they're working in the web domain, building applications for the web. Initially, web application development was limited to developing web pages, websites, okay, and everything that used to work on the browser. But now slowly web application development has shifted from application development, web application development to mobile application development. Now there are so many different frameworks available. There are so many different packages available using which when you develop a web application, at the same time you are also developing a mobile application. You know now how many people use the mobile phone. Almost everybody, all the way from small kids to elderly people, everybody in between, they all use the mobile phone. They use it for own purposes. Officials use it for official purposes. People who are students will use it as a student for conducting, for appearing for classes. Elderly people use it for some other reasons. But the mobile phone has become a very, very important device in today's world. It is being used by all cadre of people, different people. Okay, there is no age limit, there is no any sort of a limit. Everybody uses the mobile phone. Okay, and when we have a mobile phone, then we require a lot of applications on the mobile phone. We need a lot of applications on the mobile phone. Okay, applications which will help students to do their education properly, applications which will help the elderly people to pass their time properly, applications which will help corporate people to do their work properly. So applications are required, mobile apps that we call as. Now these mobile apps are developed using different technologies today. Different mobile phones are available. We have Android, we have iOS, all that. So application development is very important. Okay, and now you must have seen that almost every business, almost every business, almost every corporate, any company, they have their own application. We have heard about Swiggy, we have heard about Zomato, we have heard about Amazon. All these were websites before. Now they have converted into applications. Okay, and why this shifting has happened from web application development to mobile application development? It is because the use of the device. Okay, it is because the use of the device. So many people use the internet today. So many people use the mobile applications today. Okay, it is because of that people are shifting from web application development to mobile application development. Now you must be thinking that why am I telling you all these things? Why am I telling you about mobile application development? Okay, the subject is web application development, but why am I telling you about mobile application development? The reason why I am telling you about mobile application development is because this subject, web technology and its applications, forms the fundamental, it forms the basis for mobile application development. If anybody of you, okay, wants to have a very good future, if you don't want to spend a lot of time in searching for jobs immediately after you pass your engineering, you want a job, I would recommend you to learn something on mobile application development, because almost all companies today require mobile application developers. They all require mobile application. There's a huge demand. What I have seen in the last few years is that there is a huge demand for mobile application developers. People use different technologies to develop it. There are technologies, first of all, it started with native application development. And for native application development, we require Java programming language. Then comes iOS. For iOS, we require something called as Xcode. Then later on, there was a little problem. We have to separately develop Android applications using Java, and we have to separate the same application on Apple phones using a different technology called as Xcode. Now, with this problem, then came new technologies. New technologies came like React Native, then came Flutter. You need not understand what I'm talking about. Okay, just try to understand the basics. You don't have to know what is Flutter. You don't have to know what is the meaning of React Native. You don't have to actually know what is Xcode. You have to just understand what I'm trying to tell you. Finally, my message that I want to convey is that in today's world, developing a mobile app has become the most important thing. Anybody who has a skill set, remember there is an immediate job. And to develop a mobile application, you need to have your basis strong. Your basics should be strong. And the basics starts from web technology and its applications. Anybody who is good with web technologies and its applications, remember you will be a very good mobile application developer. It's not compulsory that I have to learn web technologies to study mobile application development. I can immediately start doing mobile application development. But if you have a proper understanding of web technologies, you can become a much better developer as a mobile application developer. Okay, so basically, my message to you is that finally, if I want to become a good mobile application developer, whether on Android or on iPhone or Microsoft phone, my fundamentals in web technologies should be good. As it is, there are many businesses today, okay, which uses the cloud server to store its applications and then make it available to the employees of that organization to work. So there are many organizations today who develop applications which run on the web server. Okay, so even web technologies, applications which work on the browser also are in great demand today. So we have to study what is the meaning of web technologies. We have to study the different technologies that are involved in this, different languages which we have to study. All that we have to see it in this subject, and then slowly we can move on to mobile application development with this basic knowledge. Okay, so this is a subject. The name of the subject is web technologies and its applications. Okay, the subject code, please remember, it is 17CS71. 17CS71. I want everybody to remember the subject code. The name of the subject is web technology and its applications. Okay, as usual, like all other subjects, it has 5 modules. In the first module, we will be learning about what is HTML. We will learn to write HTML code. Then we will learn another very important thing of web application development, that is CSS, Cascading Style Sheets. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, another very important technology. So the first 2 technologies we will learn in the first module are HTML and CSS. These are the 2 things that we will study. Then we will go into the second module. Here we will study HTML into more detail. We will study how to create tables. We will study how to create forms. And then we will learn what is the meaning of micro formats. Then we will learn advanced CSS concepts. Advanced CSS concepts, we will learn what is the meaning of layouts, normal flow layout, positioning elements. All this we will study in the second module. In the third module, we will be learning a new technology called as JavaScript. JavaScript we will study, okay, and then we will also study another very important technology, that is PHP. PHP we will study. In the third module, 2 technologies, JavaScript and PHP. Fourth module, again PHP will continue. We will learn in the third module, it is only introduction to PHP, but advanced concepts of PHP we will study it in the fourth module. And finally, in the fifth module, we will study other technologies. First, we will start with what is the meaning of HTML5. Then we will study Ajax. Then we will study XML and JSON. These are different technologies that is used in web application development. And remember, they are all different technologies. And do not get scared thinking that, there are so many things to learn. I'll tell you, this is very interesting. It is very interesting. If you people take this subject seriously, if you study all these technologies a little seriously, okay, and let us try to go beyond the academics, let us do something more practical. And if you really understand the practical aspects of all these technologies, believe me, at the end of this subject only, there are so many projects available that you can do it single-handedly without anybody's help. To develop any web-based application, these are the technologies that you should know: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, a little bit of XML and JSON. If you know this, you can become a very, very good web application developer. And if you know all this properly, then you can slowly move into mobile application development. You have to learn little basics of mobile application development. Then you can convert your web application into a mobile application. What is a web application? Let me tell you. A web application is something which runs on the browser. Okay, in short, for the introductory class, let me tell you, a web application is something which runs on the browser. What is a browser? You all know a browser is Internet Explorer, Chrome, Firefox. You must have installed these softwares, no, in your computer. So these are browsers which you open and you start browsing the internet. You type google.com and then you put your search key and then it starts. So, okay, so that is a browser. Now, with these technologies, I told you that you can become a very good web application developer. And I will tell you, in Belgaum only, here in Belgaum city, there are projects. If anybody of you at the end of the subject says that, sir, I am good with HTML, I am good with CSS, I know PHP also, JavaScript also, and I know a little bit of XML also, and all this, then I will tell you immediately. In fact, I can start giving you projects. I can tell you, boss, you do this, then, you know, this is what I will pay you. There are so many projects available, but you should be good in these technologies. So remember that this subject is not only important from your academics point of view, but it is, so many people have developed their careers on this. And that's why I told you, all the students who come back from Bangalore, you know, who have done their engineering here in this college, I asked them which technology, they said web domain. And these are the fundamentals that they know very strongly: HTML, CSS, PHP, JavaScript. If you know this much, I'll tell you it is more than sufficient. You are a good developer. Then slowly they learn some framework. There are different types of frameworks available today, like Bootstrap is there. Then after that you have Laravel. There are some advanced concept of web application development that is used in the industry today. That is not there in this subject. But if you know this, you can learn that very, very easily, no problem. That is what is used in the industry today. Laravel framework. Then you have something called as CodeIgniter framework. There are some frameworks. It is not there in this subject, but you can learn that after you study this subject. And once you study all these concepts, studying CodeIgniter or studying Laravel framework is very, very easy. So I hope that I have made it clear like how important this subject is. In the final year, majority of the subjects are important from your career's point of view. And web technology and its applications is one of the most important subjects in your final year. So we will be starting with this subject. I don't know to continue. I will be starting with the actual syllabus from tomorrow. Okay, from the next class onwards. That is day after tomorrow. Okay, but today I just wanted to discuss with you people the different things that we will be studying in this, and then explain to you people how important this subject is. The textbook that we will be referring for this this subject is, you know, we will be studying. There is only one textbook. That other books are only reference books. One prescribed book is Fundamentals of Web Development, okay, by Randy Connolly. Okay, Randy Connolly and Ricardo Hoare. These are the two authors. Fundamentals of Web Development. This is a book that we have to refer. Okay, we have hard copies of this book in our library, and I think soft copy of this book is also available. If it is available, then I will share it with you people immediately. Okay, I will share it with you people. This is the book that we have to refer. And then what I plan to do is just like last year, last semester, how I explained to you people by executing Python programs. Like that, I will be typing some programs here and I will be showing you the real-time output of the programs in HTML, in CSS, or in PHP. But how we execute programs here is completely different. Remember that. It is very, very different. And we will have fun this time. You know why? Because what I will do is I will write a program and then I will execute it here and I will show it to you. Plus, I will also try to put it on the cloud server. As and when I finish developing some web page using JavaScript or HTML, I will put it on the web server, and you, wherever you are sitting, you can request that page from the cloud server and you can execute it there and you can see it. So this time, you know, Let me plan to do that. And if you do that, you will have a better understanding of the subject, of how exactly these pages are able to access anywhere in the world. All that you will understand in this subject. Okay, so we will try to make it more interactive. We will try to make it more fun and all that. Okay, and if there is any difficulties at any point of time, you can please stop me in between and you can ask me your question immediately. Okay, you don't have to hesitate to ask me questions and all that. Okay, don't worry. But then my final appeal to you people is that take this subject seriously. First of all, the subject is very important from your career's point of view. It plays a very, very important role. And second important thing is that the subject is extremely easy, very, very easy. You can score very good marks in this. So much interest people have taken in this. It will be fun doing this project. So we will be learning different technologies. We will be first learning HTML, CSS, then advanced CSS in the second module. Then we will be learning JavaScript. Then we will be learning PHP, and then finally we will be studying Ajax, XML, and JSON. Ajax, XML, and JSON. So basically, these are a few things. In the final fifth module, these are only introduction. We are not going to learn Ajax in detail and all that. We are not going to study XML or JSON in detail. This is only introduction, and that is sufficient. No problem for us. For us, it is not a problem. Okay. Normally, my way of doing this is like this. What I do is I start with the first module. Of course, I have to start with that because this is introduction to HTML and all that. Then I don't do the second module. I directly go to the third module. Okay, I go to the third module in the sense I start with introduction to PHP. I don't go into advanced in HTML also. Just I do tables and forms and all that. I finish doing this. The advanced part of CSS, this advanced CSS, I don't do. I do this in the end, last. I do this. So I will finish the first module completely. Then I will start with the second module till advanced CSS, and then I will go to the third module. Third module I will do JavaScript and PHP. Then fourth module I will do completely. Fifth module I will do completely. Then I will come back to advanced CSS. Advanced CSS, where I will be teaching you all this, because this is a little theoretical. There is nothing much here. We're in normal flow, layout, positioning of elements. This is a little theoretical, so I come back to it later on. What is in continuation, I do that first. First module completely, second module half. Then I go to third module completely, fourth module and fifth module. Then I come back to that half module. So this is my plan to complete. This is my lesson plan. Okay, this is how I plan to execute the subject. Okay. So that's it for today. I will continue again day after tomorrow, and I will start. My appeal to all of you is that please do not miss any classes. They are all related. If you miss the previous class, it may not make any sense to you of the current class. So it is in continuation. So make it a point that you attend all my classes, and I will try to record all my classes, and like last year I will upload it on the YouTube channel, so you can, if you have missed the class, you can check it from there. But still I prefer you to be present for the live class, because if you have any doubts and all that, you can ask me right away. Okay, so meanwhile, if anybody is there who has any doubts and all that, anybody has any doubts, if you have any doubts, you can please ask me. So there are altogether 21 students today, including me. 21 are there. And yeah, somebody suggested that if it will be better if we can use Microsoft Teams. Let us see, because you know what has happened is, I'll tell you, Shakti Singh, we are so used to this Zoom and all that, it is easy to share and all that. But I know that there is a lot of mischief that is happening. I understand that. I have followed your script, your chat script I followed in your official group. A lot of mischief is happening and all that. But I think to some extent that mischief is okay. I don't worry much about that. Yeah, Akshata is telling that we can also use Google Meet. Yeah, Google Meet is also there, no problem. Google Meet is there because your Google Meet is comfortable. But I think that Google Meet doesn't have an option to record your session. Google Meet. I don't know. Akshata, now Gurudev is asking a question like, in my class it is fine. One second, okay, in my class it is fine, but what about other lectures? In other lectures, now what we wanted is, we wanted to have a common platform for all the classes. If I use Zoom, then I would suggest everybody else also to use Zoom. If they use Microsoft Teams, then I will also try to use Microsoft Teams. So let me just ask the other staff members if they're comfortable with Zoom. If they say yes, if there is a lot of mischief happening, and if they don't like it, then if they want to move to Microsoft Teams, then I will also move to Microsoft Teams, no problem. Okay, but I think that recording and all that is a problem. If the recording is not there, then we may not be able to upload all that. Yesterday's class, it was too bad. I understand that. It was too bad in the yesterday's class. Yeah, my appeal. Yeah, in the other platforms, there is an option not to allow others to join the class. Yeah, that is there. That is there, Malik Jan. I know that. No, my appeal to those people who are trying to play mischief and all that, I know they are from our class only. Okay, they are not outsiders. Of course, they are not outsiders. Nobody has that much time to come to somebody else's class and play mischief here. I understand that, and nobody has that much time. It is somebody from our own class. I have an understanding of that. Okay, so my appeal to those people is that see, I don't say you don't play mischief. If fun is not there, then I think there is no life. But that fun also should be in limit. You cannot cross your limits. Please remember. Okay, you should not cross your limits. Okay. Now, if that is happening, then it's a problem. If my students from this class is sharing the link with others, and if those people join here and create mischief, then this is not good. Okay, because you share the link, all that happens. This is not good here. I mean, mischief. I told you, I don't have any problems with mischief. I don't have any problems with mischief. But it should be in limit. And if anybody is trying to share the link with outsiders, and if they are joining and creating mischief, then this is a serious problem. This is a serious problem. In that case, we will do one thing. We will shift to Microsoft Teams only. Okay, we will shift to Microsoft Teams. And if it doesn't allow us to record, then we have an external recorder. Whatever is happening on the screen, audio, everything will be recorded, and that videos I think we can upload it to the YouTube. Fine then. If we have alternatives, don't worry. If Microsoft Teams doesn't allow us, or if Google Meet doesn't allow us to record, there are other means to do it. We will do that. If the situation is very serious, then we can even shift to that. No problem. Yeah. With Zoom, people are not comfortable. Okay, let me see if we can shift to Microsoft Teams. Okay, we will discuss with other staff members and then let you know. Okay, so everybody I think is fine now. So I will just resolve the matter, and then whatever is better for the class, we will do that. My appeal. See, if we shift if we don't use Zoom, if we shift to some other platform, then uh, the problem will solve. But if there is somebody who really wants to play mischief, if they want to create some serious problem, they can do it in some other means also. Okay, so they will not learn anything in their lives. Finally, everybody has to be felt responsible. I mean, we all have to be responsible. We have to understand what are our limits. Even if we do fun of somebody, even if we do mischief also, I don't say no, but it should be in limit. It should not hurt anybody. But in yesterday's class, I know things were very serious. Things were serious. People started abusing and all that. It's not. So let me just discuss with the staff members, and I'll just let you know. Okay. Anything else you want to ask me? You can just type it on the chat, or you can directly unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself, and you can ask me a question. Okay, I hope there is nobody. So I think we can stop the class now, and in the next class I will just very quickly revise what we have done in today's class, and then I will start with the actual syllabus. I will start with introduction to HTML. Okay, chalo, bye bye all of you. Have a nice day.